Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jonna. This is Jonna OMG. Today I'll be reviewing Married to Medicine season 10. This is the part 2 of the reunion. Child, let's go ahead and get right on into this reunion. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So honestly, I'm gonna go back to part 1 for a little bit because I really feel like they just grazed the surface over Jackie. They focus more on like talking about the hate comments that she received, but they didn't really talk about the words that she used. Like, I really wanted Jackie to talk more about why she chose those words. And she kind of like reneged a little bit. Like, I mean, just her statements are really hypocritical, honestly. So I really wanted them to kind of dive deep on that. They focus more about, like I said, all the hate messages she received and how they thought Quad was behind leaking the comments that she made on Heavenly's YouTube page. But I'm like, how would she leak something that's already public? I don't know. I thought that was weird. I'm like, y'all focus on the wrong thing. Can we talk about why Jackie said what she said? Like, I know she took it back and she's so apologetic. Like, okay, yeah, cry me a river. But like, why did you say that? And I really wanted them to dive deep on that. They just, like I said, they just grazed the surface. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get into a part 2. It wasn't really a lot for me. They were doing all these throwback clips. I have not been a fan of the throwback clips from part 1 or part 2 because it looks like they're just trying to get them to relive trauma. Like, they're showing all their like past fights. They showed a fight with Simone and Toya, a fight with Quad and that girl from season 1, I guess. I can't remember her name. With the husband that always cheated on her, whatever her name was. They threw a clip. I mean, they're just doing, it's just so trauma filled, and I really didn't like it. I'm like, why they not showing joyous and happy occasions? Like, if you're gonna do throwback clips, I didn't like it. And then so on this part, they threw a clip in about Dr. Greg and Qua. And granted, I know they have history. They're ex-husband and wife. I understand it. They're both on the show, but Sweet Tea is right here. Like, do you think that she wants to relive this moment in front of Quad? I don't think so. Like, she can, if she wants to do that, she can watch past seasons and see their relationship. But like, I don't know. I felt like it was distasteful for them to show a clip of Quad and Dr. Greg while Sweet Tea, his new wife, is here. I'm just like, what was the point? So we move on to Sweet Tea's segment. We learned that she did get the surgery, so she is still trying to get pregnant with Dr. Greg. So we wish her luck in that. Sweet Tea really just wanted to get to the bottom of the other ladies because she felt like Qua and Heavenly have been saying so much about her in social media, and she just doesn't understand like what is the hard on that they have for her. Like, Quad is always talking about her fashions and stuff. Now, granted, Sweet Tea can't dress. Ooh, I have said it. Okay, she can't dress. She definitely is going to need a stylist. Okay, I'm going to give her some grace. This is her first season, and like I said, I feel like when she watches the episode back, she's going to see things that she can improve on to make her style a little bit better. Granted, I'm not a fashionista. I'm just have eyes. I can see. But anyway, I'm going to give her grace. But yeah, I feel like Heavenly it's just really kind of been having it out for the girl. Like, as soon as she arrived on the scene, Heavenly had some stuff to say, and I'm just like, okay, Heavenly, like, what is your beef? Do you want Dr. Greg? Like, what is it, girl? So apparently, in response to all the antics, social media antics, Sweet Tea got online and said that she accused Damon of cheating on Heavenly, which I don't really believe, but anyway, they segued to the men and they were in their dressing room and Damon was asking Dr. Greg, he was like, do you believe that? Like, do you think I cheated? Dr. Greg was like, dude, I don't know what you do. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Dr. Greg really wanted to say, yeah, I think you cheated, but he wanted to kind of save face and keep the peace. So he was like, no, I don't think you cheated. But at first he was like, I don't know what you do. I don't know. You could have, maybe. I don't think Damon is cheating on Heavenly. I just don't see it. I don't think he has it in him. I mean, that's a good thing, right? That's a great quality to have. Yeah, I don't see him doing it. And honestly, I feel like he would never admit this, but Damien probably scared of Heavenly. Like, no way he would do that to her. He would be frightened by the repercussions. But honestly, Greg really may not know because y'all, we really think about it. We don't really know anything about Damon. Like, he's so soft spoken. Like, he's not outspoken at all. Like, even when they're at group settings, like Damon barely says two words, like they're around this man, they've been around him for 10 years, but do they really know Damon? Because I can't tell you one thing about him. I really can't. Not that something from not from something he says, all from heavenly, but I don't know nothing about that man. And they probably don't either. So Andy does ask Heavenly why she seems to be so hard on Sweet Tea, and I agree. I think even with the tone of her voice, like she elevates her voice when she started talking about Sweet Tea, and not in a good way. Like it's just weird to me, and I can't recall a moment where Sweet Tea has done something to Heavenly other than not invite that girl to her wedding, but. She still came anyway, so she should really get over there. But and she explained her rationale. So anyway, I can't remember any other scenario of something Sweet Tea has done to Heavenly, but it does seem like Heavenly is being extra hard on that girl, or just extra mean. But y'all tell me in the comments below, what do y'all think? Am I missing something here? Did Sweet Tea do something to Heavenly on the show, like during the duration of the show? I'm taking the social media antics out of it. I know they both were throwing low blows at each other. I'm not talking about that. I mean, is something did I miss something that Sweet Tea has done to Heavenly why she was so mean to her on the show? Or I always had a overt opinion. So Andy meets up with the men of Married to Medicine. They go off their own little segue. So he asked Dr. Greg about Phaedra, about apparently dating him, and if Phaedra had asked him for 4 grand a month. So the way I gathered it is Phaedra didn't outright ask, "Hey, you, Dr. Greg, give me 4 grand a month." She was just saying like whoever the man in her life is at the time is going to have to provide in the same capacity as she does. So that is, I guess, equal to him giving her 4 grand a month. So it wasn't outright Dr. Greg give me 4 grand a month. It was just whoever I'm dealing with at the time needs to give me 4 grand a month. But anyway, so Andy asked him like, okay, did anything else happen between y'all? He was like, not in real life. So basically in his dreams. And I'm like, you do know Sweet Tea is watching this. Like, Greg. I think his answers definitely gave I want to be with Phaedra if she would have me. Like that's what it gave to me. And I'm like, your wife is watching this, right? Like, so disrespectful. Oh, these men. So then they move on to Kemma. I'm not a fan, so I'm gonna roll my eyes. So anytime I say Kemma, it comes with this. So they move on to Kemma. Anyway, they asked him about the nutsack comment. He was saying that when he first came to this country, everybody was talking about happy wife, happy life, and he just doesn't agree with that term. But I'm like, I think you're missing a point here. People are telling you happy wife, happy life because if your wife is happy and treated well in your relationship, in your marriage, whatever, she will give you the world. Like they're not telling you that statement. Like you're missing a piece there. I'm like, it's not just happy wife to negate the husband's feelings. It's just to say that your wife is happy and thriving and treated well in her relationship. You won't have to ask for nothing. Like you'll be it's gonna come with the territory. We will give you the world if we are treated well. So it's not to negate a man's feelings. So anyway, I'm glad Eugene, my boy Eugene gonna come through all the time. So I'm glad he pushed back on Kim and he like, nah, you trying to say women need to fall back because you were saying women been running things too long. And basically, Eugene called it and clocked it, and I agree because Kim was basically saying that how women are don't need to be the leaders; they need to fall back and play a more like traditional gender role, and that's really what Kimber was trying to say. He was like, "No, no, I don't think." Then he was like, "I don't think things need to be 50-50. He thinks things need to be 51-49 because somebody has to make the decisions." Yeah, somebody has to make the decisions. And even in a 50-50 relationship, somebody has to make the decision. And that person is whoever is equipped to make the right decision at the time. Like, dude, it's not that hard to come. It's not that hard to understand, to comprehend. Like, there doesn't have to be one sole leader. And because you're the man, that means that you have to be the leader. Like, who? And I get it, we're in a patriarchy, but like, what other justifiable action do we have to why men have to be the leaders because they're men? Is that it? Just because they're men? Okay, anyway. I'm getting too far off topic, but it's just crazy to me. But I'm glad Eugene pushed back. He said, "No, me and my wife are both equal in our relationship. Like we both value each other's opinions. One does not outlead the other. They both equally contribute. I mean, we know Eugene contributes financially more than Toya, but that's neither here nor there." And we know Jackie contributes financially more than Curtis. So, I mean, whatever. We don't have to get into that, but I'm glad Eugene pushed back on Kemma. Then Alicia was just doubling down on the whole train thing of, Kemma had said that he trains his wife up, and she was backstage telling me something, he was just joking. I'm just like, Alicia, shut up. Shut up. Sometimes silence is bliss, and you needed it in this moment because I'm like, of course, you trying to save face for your husband and yourself, so you don't look, you ain't out here looking like boo boo the food, but like, shut up. You didn't really need to say anything because that man was not joking. Yeah, he may have did a chuckle or two, but that is not the first time that you've heard your husband use the word train in reference to you. I know it ain't. So anyway, they bring the women back on, and the men join them on stage, and y'all they had a chair sitting behind Phaedra. Everybody like, who that chair? Who that chair for? They thought it was for Quad. They were like, Quad, you bringing a man out here? Like, who that chair for, baby? In walks Apollo. Come sit right behind Phaedra. Baby, Apollo finna air it out. Apollo finna air Phaedra out. Like, yeah. I can't wait for it. But anyway, that was it. So there will be a part three. I don't think it was necessary. I feel like they could have definitely condensed these things down and have part one and two. I don't think it needed to be a part three, but nevertheless, here we are. So let me know your thoughts, your comments. Make sure you comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.